Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I am Cher and I typically blog beauty, lifestyle, and parenting disabilities, mostly beauty, and today is a beauty one again. So if you have followed me for a little while, you will know that I have started a local makeup practice, and I thought I would actually bring you along and vlog my journey in building my business. So it's just kind of gotten off the ground. I just recently announced that I was opening my doors, and I still have, I'm pretty well stocked, did a lot of the preliminary stuff you need to do to get ready, but I'm still sort of in the stages of marketing, getting the word out there, starting to build clients. I have booked my first clients. I actually have an entire weekend full of makeup this weekend, and so I'm really excited. So yeah, it's I'm very busy, but I want to start trying to get my whole calendar filled up with bookings. So there's a few things I was going to do, go visit some wedding venues, that kind of thing. And I just thought it would be really fun for you to see behind the scenes of what it takes to build a local business and kind of be there from the beginning with me. So that is what this video is going to be about. I'm going to just be vlogging as I go along. Figured I'd do a little introduction and just tell you a little bit about what I have done so far, maybe walk you through. I'm not going to necessarily show you my whole kit in this one because I'm going to have a separate video on my makeup kit, but just explaining what I've had to do to build my kit, going through my little notebook and the intake, and just a lot of the business side of it that you never thought of, like bridal contracts, that kind of thing. So if this interests you, make sure you don't forget to hit like and subscribe and follow along. Okay, so it's another day. I figured I would walk you through a little bit of what I have already done so far on the business front. So building the kit was huge. That takes a huge expense and a while to build everything up. You got to make sure you have shades and colors for every kind of person's skin tone. So it gets so expensive trying to buy all these different shades for everyone. So it takes a while, and it's expensive. I can't just go with any old brand, especially when it comes to like foundation. And then you've also got to have shades that match everybody for concealer. You got to have shades that match everybody for all the powders. I have to continue to stock up on things like lashes, all the disposable things that I can't reuse, obviously. Disposable wands, disposable lip wands. I have to stock up on things like, cotton balls and sponges, alcohol wipes. I go through so much brush cleaner. I can't even tell you how much. You just have to think about all these things. It gets so expensive. My kit itself is probably worth $4,000, I would think. I'm not saying that to like brag. I'm just saying like you got to have an idea of the expenses of this. It's a business. I got to have lots of different lip colors. I can't just, you could just go with the plain old nudes, but some people want bright reds and some want, I think it kind of depends on what niches you're doing. I'm doing everything. I enjoy doing, photo shoots and fun like Halloween looks and fun, crazy festive and fun party looks and stuff. And everybody wants all different weird colors. They want purples and they want dark maroons and they want black lips. And, so I've got to have all the different colors for any kind of look somebody might want. And I've always had this kind of stuff for me because I like to play around, but it's another thing when you got to stock it up to keep it sanitary for every different kind of person. So all these things, they add up really fast. Another thing I can't reuse is beauty blenders. So I'm buying a beauty blender for every single person I ever do makeup for. So, things like that. Like there's ongoing purchases I have to make and continue to stock up on. It's not just a one-time thing, stocking your kit. So those are some things to think about. Then we'll get into kind of more the admin business side. So I've made this little notebook, and this is one of my marketing materials here in it. And this is just this keeps me organized. This is what I show clients. And the first thing that I have my little money pouch here. And this is some cash. So one thing I learned too is always carry cash on you and enough change, because somebody gave me $100 bill and I had a little cash, but I didn't have enough to change out $100 bill, you know? So this is kind of like my cash bag. I do, you know, carry PayPal, Venmo, Cash App as well. So like, you know, I can collect money different ways. I have not gotten on a credit card system yet, despite people's credit cards. I pretty much do cash, check, or any of these apps, and it's been the easiest way to do it so far. But yeah, so money bag. Then I kind of had put together some looks for people to choose from. So I have, you know, the next few pages are like bridal looks. I have one that's just party looks. I have just my portfolio. All of the other ones were kind of ideas I had put together from Pinterest and other makeup artists I saw, like just some other looks they did that really give a good idea of the different types of looks you can do. And I just find that it helps to be able to show them that, and they can piece together what they like. Like they can say, oh, I love the wing on this one and I love that color, but I want a nude lip like this. And you know, it just really gives me a so much better idea of what exactly they're looking for, because you know, this is such an abstract field. Something we think looks amazing on somebody may not be exactly what they had in mind. And it's like, you know, you do things artistically thinking, I just think this looks amazing and I love this for the artistic touch, but this is their money, their day, the look they want. And I just want to make sure my customers are super happy and that that's exactly what they envision for themselves. And some people don't even have a vision. They're just like, I have no idea, just make me look pretty, you know. But having the looks already compiled, things for them to choose from, really helps, because it gives me an idea of exactly what they're looking for. Because otherwise they might come in and say, I want a party look. And it's like, so one person's idea of what a party look is very different from another person's idea of what a party look is. Or somebody tells me I want a natural makeup look. I'm not good at natural, y'all. I'm not a natural girl. I'm trying. Some people still want to just make sure they look really pretty and good, but not with a whole lot of anything going on. Those are the hardest ones for me, because I am an all-out glam girl. But anyway, you know, one person's idea of natural is different from another person's idea of natural. My idea of natural is way, way more done over than most people's idea of natural. So it just really does help to give them a good feel for like, this is what it might look like. Or if they say, okay, I want something kind of pink, or I want something kind of gold, or whatever, you know, it helps so much to have that vision. Okay, so that's another thing, you know, I had to put all of that together. A lot of it is being skilled at graphics and knowing how to, you know, I already use a lot of graphics with blogging, so I kind of put it into those. The next thing I did was I made this, it's an intake form. Now on my website, I already have, it's not really a form, but I guess it's kind of a little mini form they fill out that just ask them like general questions, like, you know, their full name, how many are in their party, what kind of makeup are they looking for, because I do bridal, I do photo shoots. I haven't decided yet. I think I'm going to be doing face painting and stuff. I actually have already booked my first birthday party, but I'm going to see how much I really advertise that. We'll see, because I'm getting a little overloaded. But I do, you know, party looks and formal events, and I do makeup lessons too. So just kind of like they can choose what event it is, what's the date, you know, just kind of the general information there. And so this is kind of has the same thing on here. If they didn't go through my website, they can just fill this out, or if I'm on the phone with them, I fill it out. And it's just a way for me to keep track, kind of the initial, who is this and what are we doing, and their email address, and then it just helps me. So I've got those forms. I also made a bridal trial form. So this gives me a little more information. This is, you know, if I have somebody getting married, I'll meet with the bride ahead of time, and so that we can go over, you know, that's a big day. So we want to have a little trial. And that's part of my services, is letting them have that free day to ask them a lot more info on what they want, and to give them a practice look so they get a good idea and we know exactly what they're looking for and there's no question. So this form helps me to know, okay, what time do they have to be done with their makeup? And does everybody have to be completely done? Like, really, what time is the photographer showing up? I ask for an emergency contact, just so that if I can't find them on the wedding day, there's somebody I can reach, like the wedding planner or whoever. you know, how many we're anticipating in the group, in the order, you know, do we have mothers of the bride? Do we have family members? Do we have bridesmaids? Any skin allergies, or any preferences they have, like if they want vegan, you know, that kind of thing. What are their colors and themes? So we go into a little bit more detail. So I had to make all of that up, and I've also got my permission, you know, photo release form so that, you know, I'm allowed to share myself. I always ask everybody if it's okay. I get permission to share the photos and release them. Now on the bridal trial, I also always, you know, as we practice their makeup, I have these little sheets I've done up for everyone. Anytime I do somebody's makeup, I usually list what products I used for them. It helps me, first of all, so that, you know, later if I go back and blog it, I remember exactly what I put on them. Also, I sell Arbonne, so it helps me to know. Sometimes I make them a recommended cart of colors they may want to buy. So it helps me remember that. So I just have these forms in general. Also, if I teach makeup lessons, I show them exactly what we use so that, you know, they remember their colors too. It helps. It's a kind of a multifaceted form. So, but I will also use this in the bridal trial. Whatever look we do, I write it all down on here for them for that day so that I remember exactly what we're using for their big day. Okay, and then that also takes us into the bridal contract. So I have contracts just for weddings at the moment. I'm also going to be working on one for if I'm going to continue to do like birthday parties and stuff, festivals, that kind of thing, face painting. I'm going to make a contract for that as well. But this is mostly just the contract of like, don't cancel on me or you're going to have to pay a fee. That's really what this is all about. And what else? So, you know, I had to go in and design all these little forms, all the backstage stuff. And I've got just more printouts for my Arbonne stuff as well, because as I'm putting makeup on people, you know, and they love it, I like to have the information that they need for that, as well as constantly having my order forms for it. So you see like everything's kind of intertwined. Okay, so that's what I've spent a lot of time doing, is just putting this notebook together, having all the information I need, all the forms, and be able to keep track of everybody. At the moment, I'm kind of keeping them back here in their own little folder of everybody I've done with notes and, you know, all their forms, but I'm going to have to start moving them over to my filing cabinet, keeping track of that. I've also got my matrix of products I use in my kit and whether they're gluten-free, vegan, paraben-free, all that kind of stuff. I've got to update it, but I've shared that before in another video. And then finally, I've, you know, put together the notebook, have all this admin and the business forms and whatnot. Then I've also had to start working on marketing materials. And so I've come up with a few different things. One is a designed business cards. I needed business cards. And then another one is these postcards. And so what these do is they just kind of advertise a little bit of my work and information on what kind of makeup I do. Whoop! I had more than one. My bad. And so for example, this coming weekend, I'm doing a pageant. I'm going to have a little display stand where I have all my postcards there and people can grab one and, you know, take them with them. I'm going to be using these mostly to give out to a lot of the different wedding venues and any places where people are shopping for weddings. So I'm going to take it to like David's Bridal and some of the little wedding boutiques around here and just see if they'll let me, if they'll keep a display for me. And I'm going to bring them the little display. They were like, have these little display stands. They were like $2 at Walmart. So I stocked up on a whole bunch of them where I'm going to give them the stand and some of these postcards where they can just keep them at their desk when people are checking out or when they're meeting with them at a venue. So that's one of my plans, is to go around to all of these sites and boutiques everywhere in the area that does anything to do with weddings and just see if they'll hold on to these flyers and advertisers for me. And I have another one I designed as well. These were harder though, because with printing, it's a pain. And I have a portfolio on the inside, but I'm going to update that. and it just kind of tells like what I offer. So I printed up several of these to give out too, but I really like the postcards better just because they're easier for printing, a lot cheaper to print because the trifold is just a pain in the ass, honestly. But anyway, so that's what I've done so far. I've been working my ass off on all these, the forms and the notebook and behind the scenes, a little bit of what goes into this. And so I'll probably bring you along with me as I start handing some of these out. Like I said, I have a pageant this weekend, so I'm gonna display all of my marketing on the table while I'm working, as well as some Arbonne stuff too. Working it all those little pieces. So I think that kind of covers a little bit of the behind the scenes administrative work and just kind of what goes into it. My dog's being loud again. And so come on along with me for some of these events and handing out the marketing and stuff. So we'll just continue vlogging. Hello everyone. So today we are getting ready for going to do makeup. This is my first weekend of paid clients. So I'm really excited, very nervous. Feeling pretty good. So I wanted to just kind of bring you along. I was loading up the car, so I'll put that part in here and just kind of showing you like a day in the life behind the scenes where I'm headed out to go do the makeup. I don't know if I'm confident enough yet to really film the makeup part yet. You know, even though I've got my routine secure and everything, I'm not sure if I can multitask enough yet. So eventually when I'm really feeling secure, I will do the whole vlog thing for you. So do some client makeup and all for you. But I wanted to just kind of bring you along and document, because this is kind of my first weekend here of legit professional getting paid. So this is pretty awesome, and I can't wait to be able to look back on this and see all the growth a year from now, right? So anyway, I'm bringing you along. I will keep you updated on how it goes. All right, guys, so I wanted to just show you my setup. Off to go do makeup. It's gonna be at their actual house. So sometimes it's different when we're just at their house, and I only have 2 girls today. So I've got a bench, and I actually have another chair now, but it's so bulky I really don't like to transport it, in the car. So this little bench is handy. It's just that it doesn't have a back, so it's maybe not as comfortable for people. Got a fold-up table here because sometimes just, not everybody has a good table, or they don't have it by natural light. So it's just easier. Sorry about the background noise. We're vlogging, so it's going to be all the whatever we pick up, right? You can see all my wrinkles out here in the sunlight. Anyway, you don't always have people with good tables and stuff, and it's like I like a place where I can set up. Lighting over here, these are very handy. I'm going to show you how this makeup case does. I'll be talking about this when I give you a tour of my makeup case. It is not really the best case because it's really tall and skinny. So as you can see, I have to break it into 2 pieces to get it in my car. It's just too tall, and I have had this go flying when I hit the brakes, and I was stupid and I had like the lipsticks on top. This time I just put like my brush stuff, so if things fall out, it's not as big a deal. I've got this. I'm gonna probably have to put some kind of secure thing down, but I just wanted to kind of show you that it's probably not the best for transporting for this reason. So this is kind of how I have to carry everything. I'm going to probably upgrade to a different makeup case, but this is what I have for now. All right, sorry about the noise from the air conditioning. It is hot. We're in Florida. It is still, it's like in the 80s right now, so I'm hot from loading the car. A couple extra things I bring with me. It is usually a very long day, and I never really eat because I don't have time. I'm just up doing makeup all day. So I've got my fizz drink on the run, my bag of, I've just got snacks for like on the run. I've also got an extra brush, some lipstick and lip gloss in there because if I show up looking like death, I don't want them to be like, wait, are you sure you can do my makeup? So I'm just gonna touch everything up, the brush, because, well, even though I should have done my hair, it's always like this. And I've got a couple packages I need to drop off with some samples for some people along the way or on the way home, either one. So I got those with me, and we are ready to head out. So a day in the life. I will let you guys know how it goes. I think what we're doing today, I've got 2 girls who are getting ready for a party. So we're gonna do, I have no idea what they want. They might want a glam party look, or they may want just get me all pretty. So I'm not really exactly sure what they want. I know that they just want to be getting ready for a party. So we'll see. We'll go from there. One more thing I completely forgot that's essential is gum. I have to make sure I have gum because I'm up in people's faces. Oh, and also a mask. So this dude, like, people don't know how to use a roundabout. Good Lord. If you're on the roundabout, you have the right of way. You don't have to stop and slam the brakes in the middle of a roundabout. Anyway, all right, I digress. So, gotta have my mask and my gum because I'm up in people's faces. So, had to make sure to point that out too. All right, guys, so I am just coming back. And sorry, yes, I'm driving and holding a phone at the same time, but I'm watching the road, I promise. So anyway, just finished with the first round of client makeup. I think it went pretty well. One thing that I really need to practice on is timing myself better, because so I try to keep the makeup in under an hour, especially if you're going to do a group. And I haven't really done a huge group yet, so I am mostly concerned about that, being able to really keep on my time. I will probably have to bring an assistant, maybe like my daughter, with me the first time I do a really big wedding or something, just to make sure, because my timing is still, I'm very slow. So today, let's see, I got there at 1:30 and I left at 4. So, you know, like I try to do like plan for like an hour per person, and I had, 2 girls. So, by the time you set up, and I think I talk too much. So I'm going to have to practice multitasking while talking at the same time. I think that the talking slows me down, and, it takes us a little while. Like I ask them what they want, and, I don't know, chat a little bit and get to know everybody. So I need to start like just getting more efficient, because time is probably my biggest factor. The other thing I really need to practice is just lashes. Lashes is my number one struggle. Sometimes the lashes go perfect, and other times I have to redo them 3 times. Like, so that takes a little bit of my time also. I don't know how you get better at lashes other than just doing them. Like, I can do them on myself fine, and I do them on people plenty, but each time, really, it's those corner edges. It's the corner edges that get me every time. For some reason, they do not want to stay down. So if anybody has any tips you want to share on how to really quickly move through lashes without having to redo them 3 times to get them secured into place. It's not so much the lashes coming up, it's those inner corners every time, like that the inner corners want to pop up. So yeah, if you got any tips, leave them down below in the comments for me. I'd love to hear them. So those are my two things I got to practice. Otherwise, I'm pleased with how it went. They were very pleased, and ready for the party. The DJ was just showing up as I was leaving, so it was perfect timing, even though I'm glad I gave myself that time, because I knew that I was going to be too long-winded. So yeah, those are my practice areas, I think. All right, day 2 now. So this one is going to be so much fun. We are going to be doing a little boudoir. And we also have basically it's a photo shoot kind of day. We're going to be doing a boudoir as well as some Halloween theme. Just basically, we've got Dark Queen theme, and we've got Golden Goddess theme going on for photo shoot. So this is some girls that are friends that want to do the photo shoot together. So probably like each a separate theme photo for them, but then they also want to do their little like Halloween costumes together. So much fun. Now I have a friend of mine that I have teamed up with before, who owns a Pilates studio. She's a Pilates instructor. I'm actually going to be using her studio. She gave me a key where I can do some of these types of shoots. I don't have to use it often because a lot of times I just go to like the event, or if we're doing a photo shoot outside, we're just gonna do it, you know, at their house and then go find a location. But in this case, with boudoir involved, I did not want to bring them to my bedroom. I didn't really have a private place. So I am actually planning on having specific boudoir days where another photographer and I are going to be teaming up, and we're going to be renting an Airbnb and just kind of have like a boudoir day where we can use the privacy of the Airbnb. But for the general use, I'm not going to be bringing people into my bedroom, and you know, they don't really want me going in their bedroom, you know, all that stuff. So we are, my friend at her, we're doing this at a Pilates studio, boudoir at Pilates. But my friend has this fabulous couch with this fantastic window in the background. Now we will close the curtains on that. But really great lighting, really neat like backdrop at the front of her studio. The couch is actually a little bit fancy, so it can kind of pull off as boudoir. And I'm bringing my bow fuzzy chair that I think is going to be a great prop for boudoir. And we're just going to do our thing and see if we can just kind of, you know, shoot from the angle where we don't have the Pilates equipment in the background. We're just going to shoot it towards the couch area. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. But so obviously I'm not going to be vlogging and letting y'all watch boudoir. So anyway, come on along. It's going to be so much fun today. All right, we're ready to go. I'm waiting for my girls to get here. I am set up, and this is my friend's studio, her Pilates studio. So just kind of show you around here. So this is what we're dealing with in the background, but we are setting up at the front here where we have this lovely couch, and we've got this gorgeous, these windows, aren't they gorgeous? So I brought my fuzzy chair for some props, and if you see this fountain outside, this is just a wonderful place for photos. So you've got like the wrought iron, everything, the fountain out there, it's a little courtyard area, so it's really just perfect. We can do a lot of photo shoots at this spot. And these little couches is where I'm planning to park these girls right now. So anyway, I'm all set up, got my lighting. It was being a pain in the watukus, and I'm trying to get it where I can park the girls here, sit on the stool with the light in front of them, and keep everything facing this way so that nobody knows that we're in a Pilates studio when we start shooting. And I will probably close these curtains when we need the privacy. It's burning up in here. I had to turn the AC down. And yeah, so this is kind of my setup for today. All right, guys, so I am finally just finishing up from this photo shoot of the day. I am absolutely exhausted, and as you can see, it is nighttime now. We ran out of daylight for photos, and we still had not gotten to everything these girls wanted. I'm like, okay. So this is actually really teaching me some teachable moments. I'm seeing what works and what doesn't, and clearly I'm going to have to start setting time limits when it comes to photo shoots, especially. Lesson learned, time limits. I'm gonna have to make sure I have like time slots instead of just like, sure, I'm just gonna reserve the day for it, and then we just do whatever, because man, these girls can keep going and going. You know, they're younger. They're like in their late 20s. I'm in my 40s, y'all. I ain't got the energy for all that, so. But anyway, it went great. We got some amazing shots. I cannot tell you how much I loved doing boudoir. Loved it. I mean, amazing. So one of the hardest things, I was the photographer and the makeup artist, so I'm going to have to think about that. The next time when I do boudoir, I'm going to actually have a photographer with me. I think it's going to go better, but I feel like, you know, I can actually pull off the photography as well. It's just that it's hard to do it all, to be the makeup artist and do all the photography. You're doing, you know, you're kind of doing like double the time is what it is. I am exhausted, and I am heading home, and I am not sanitizing. I am not putting up my makeup. I'm not organizing. I ain't going through pictures, nothing. I'm going to kiss my family and go get in the shower and go to bed. So back to Monday tomorrow. All right, guys, it's another day. We are off to work a pageant now. Figured I'd bring you along a little bit. I don't know how much I'll be able to vlog while doing lots of kids' faces, but I had to go festive. She wanted me to dress up, so which it is. I'm not sure how much these kids are going to want their faces done by this scary lady, but we'll see how it goes. So we are off to the pageant today. It's a very fun, like, you know, costume themed pageant, so fitting right in here. So this is going to be so much fun. I'm really excited, and figure I will bring you along, at least let you see my setup. Okay, so this was my setup. I'm actually running a little giveaway for Arbonne, so I had that there. I have some advertisements, my lighting, and a little setup with the bench where the kids sit, and it was really fun. Okay, so wrapping up the pageant today. Whew, another one I'm exhausted from. So this job is definitely very physically demanding. Couple of lessons. I really got to wear tennis shoes to these things from now on. My feet are killing me. So I haven't decided yet. It went well. I don't know. It's different with kids. You know, on one hand, you don't really have so much pressure, but on the other hand, kids are like, I wanted the purple one. You know, especially you get some little 10-year-old girls in there, and they want what they want, man. At 10 years old, they're like telling you. So, I don't know. It's like, it's pros and cons, and I'm still trying to decide. I was trying to decide, am I going to expand my business and do, you know, face painting as well? It looks like I'm at least doing a couple birthday parties, because I booked another one today, and another one who's mentioned she's going to go to my website and wants to book one. So it looks like I'm booking a couple birthday parties right up front here, and I've already got one person that's booked for February too. So looks like I'm doing this. I still haven't really started advertising it on my website and everything, but I guess I might be doing it. We take money, however we take money, don't we? So yeah, I do feel like I need to polish my skills a little more. You know, the kids loved their stuff, but looking at them, you know, the perfectionist in me was just like, oh gosh, oh my gosh, I did not like the job that I did on several of them, because you're trying to do it in a hurry. You're standing up over them, they're moving their head all around, you know, kids don't sit still. That was my first time getting to do it with a crowd, and it ebbed and flowed. You know, I had times where there were not many, and then all of a sudden, boom, they all came out of nowhere, and there was like a line. So yeah, it was good to get that experience, but I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I am worn a slap out. So I got there. First of all, it's also an hour away from me. It's in a town called Crawfordville, Florida, which is about an hour south of Tallahassee. I live in Tallahassee. So I had to drive an hour to get there, and now I'm on my way back, driving an hour home. I left early so I could set up on time. So I left my house at 10:30 in the morning, and I am on my way home right now. It is 6 o'clock at night. So, you know, it's been a full day. I'm exhausted. So I may be taking on like birthday parties. I'm going to have to think about how many festivals or something I want to do though. Things like this. So yeah, it was a good experience to know what I want to do. So that's where we're at. Okay guys, so I brought you along with me. It's the middle of the week, and I was running a few errands, and I was pretty close to this place, which is honestly pretty close to my house too. So it is a bridal shop, little dresses and such, so for wedding planning. So I'm going to go in there, and I'm not really dressed very professionally, so I'm like, I hate that, but you know, I gotta make these runs while I can. But anyway, I'm gonna run in there, and I'm going to see if they are willing to stock some displays for me, some of my postcards advertising, like maybe up at their desk when people are checking out to buy their wedding dress or whatever they're getting, that they will see my makeup services for brides, and have that as another way to advertise. So just a few of these. I'll probably just see if I can come back and stock up, and I figured I would offer them, if they have any handouts as well, that we can do a trade, and I can advertise for them as well to any of my clients. So hopefully it is a win-win. So I will let you know how it goes. I'm not going to bring you in with me because I don't want to look silly with filming them and asking them for this favor too. So I'll let you know. and started to show you the shop, but it cut out.
So that went well. They said that they have a packet they give out to all of their brides, a little, probably a little thing. It has a lot of resources and everything, and so they didn't even need the stand. They were just going to put in all of their folders and pockets for everyone. So that worked out. I'm going to do this at all of the boutiques in town that I can find, as well as all of the wedding venues. And I am also planning, there was a bride show that was just 2 weeks ago. I didn't get my act together in time to be a vendor in it, but I'm gonna start trying to do those as, you know, the shows come up, wedding shows, that kind of thing, be a vendor and advertise that way. You know, you have to register way ahead, and I just was not sure if I was gonna be ready yet, you know, because I was hoping I'd be ready in time for the winter season for all the formal events and all, but you know, I knew I was gonna be practicing a lot like in the fall to get ready, and I didn't know where I would be at, so I didn't go ahead and register for that. But next round I will. I have also advertised on a Facebook page that we have here in town. It's like a local mom page, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands of moms in it in our city here. So every Sunday they have what's called a service Sunday, where we can advertise our businesses, and so I'm advertised there. That's actually where I picked up my first client. So I continue to try to do that on Sundays. I always advertise there, and I'll start looking for other Facebook pages that would be a good advertising place too. So yeah, those are some of my, sorry, that motorcycle is really loud. He was just here, now he's out on the road. But anyway, these are some of my strategies and some of my ways to start advertising, as well as just, I mean, honestly, having a blog, you know, I have a public blog, pretty big Instagram page, and I've started just making sure that I put the location of my town, Tallahassee, on a lot of my posts, especially when I'm advertising my clients and looks. I'm hashtagging, you know, Tallahassee makeup artists on a lot of things too, and it's starting to work because I've noticed I've been picking up some more local people. And so just honestly advertising through my blogs and my websites is helping, and stories, because it's reaching a few more of those local people as well. So all the strategies I can think of to start getting the word out there. But anyway, so that probably wraps it up. I feel like this blog is going to get really long. I probably won't take you to every single site where I start advertising. I just wanted to kind of give you a feel for like the preliminary first steps of building my blog, and a few things that I've done as I'm new here. And you know, maybe we'll have a part 2, or we'll have some vlogs in the future just showing you clients and events or something. But I think that probably about wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know if you're a makeup artist as well, if you know, you have ideas for marketing for me and how you got started. I'd love to hear them, any of your stories, and you know, drop me a line in the comments. So that takes care of it. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and share, and I will see you next time.